Hi, and welcome back to Mountain Aromatics. I have a top 5, a top 6, whatever. Anyway, I want to welcome you. Today, I'm going to do isolates, my top 5 isolates. And I know there are a number of people who are pretty new to making your own fragrances at home and buying different aroma chemicals, natural aroma chemicals, all of that kind of stuff. So, an isolate is, let's say you have a strawberry, and a strawberry is put through a machine that tells you and gives you a list of all the different what's called isolates or specific aromas that have a name. All of those things are listed out because strawberry isn't just one smell, it's a bunch of different individual molecules that have an individual smell that come together that create the scent that you smell of strawberry. So the individual scent, one of those is called an isolate. So there are many, many isolates, and there are natural isolates and there are aroma chemical isolates, or natural aroma chemical isolates, and there are nature identical isolates. So I've picked, good Lord, it was difficult, but I picked my top 5 isolates, and I could do my top 20. But anyway, here we go. The first one, in again no particular order, this one is alpha methyl benzyl alcohol, and I say AMBA. And so when I am doing a formula in my book, I just am used to it, and I put AMBA because I know it's alpha methyl benzyl alcohol. So that's what I do, just because I'm used to it, and I write AMBA in a color, and my color is, it corresponds with the aroma. So my darker pink is my florals. That's just what I do, but it really helps me visually. Really helps me visually. That's what I do. So this is a little, it's very floral, it's sweet, it is a middle note, it's 8 hours on the test strip, and this one is a little complicated in that there's some gardenia hyacinth, but there's also some almond, and it's kind of a blend of those. So how funny, it's an isolate, but it is, I'm gonna say it's a little complex. It is very fresh, very, very clean. Why do I like it so much? I'll tell you, because I really, really love the smell of gardenia, and I have obviously done a bunch of research in like what are all the chemical components that make up the aroma or the headspace of, and not just the headspace, I know, but that's one way, that's one thing you can do, is just the headspace, and then there's more. But anyway, I digress. The chemical components that I talked about, the isolates that make up gardenia, this to me is one of them. It's one of the ones I use, and people use all kinds of different things and leave stuff out and add other different things in, whatever, because the gardenia is really difficult and really complex to create a gardenia accord. Anyway, this, it's a balsamic as well. When I say spicy, I don't mean it is spicy, like cinnamon or clove or anything like that, but there's this almondy, you know how on the outside of the almond, if you have not roasted it yet, there's a tiny bit of bitterness. I'm not saying it's bitter, because it's not. It's very clean and very fresh, but there's that little bit of almost spiciness to it. Maybe it's the combination of the gardenia little, it's a small, it doesn't smell like gardenia, but it has a little bit of gardenia in there, and mix a little bit of hyacinth in there, a little bit of almond in there. There's some fresh, there's some, so I hope you see what I'm saying. There's just a little bit in there. And when you combine, to me, when you combine that little bit of gardenia and you combine that little bit of almond together, it gives this almost a spiciness. Again, not that kind of spiciness I was talking about, but another type, and makes it really complex, and I love it. I really, really like it. So for me, well, when do you use it? Not just gardenia, but you can use it when you're creating a hyacinth aroma or a hyacinth perfume, or want to go or give a little bit of background with that. You can use this. I also use it with the other white petals, so tuberose, jasmine, perfect to me with ylang ylang. That is another really good one. Orange flower, just all the white petal stuff. I like it with that, but it will give some complexity to your formula. Next, I could just spend for hours on these things. Anyway, so I have another one that I do the same thing with. It's DPEC, which is dimethyl phenol ethyl. I covered up the last part. CARE. I don't remember what it was, because I just remember is DPEC. If you put on creating perfume dimethyl, just put dimethyl as one word, DIMETHYL. Just put that in there. All the dimethyls will come up, and it's dimethyl phenol ethyl. Why can't? Anyway, here you go. It'll come up, so you'll see the only one that comes up, DPEC. That'll be the one. It is 244 hours on the test strip, and it is like the other one, a middle note. This one is more floral. This is lily, hyacinth. It is a little bit of violet. Not a lot of times your violets are really strong. This is not. This is like a tad or a drop of violet in there, just a little tad of violet. It is, the cool thing with this is its tenacity, meaning it is 244 hours, so that is really awesome. It's very fresh. It's very natural. Very natural to me. Floral. It is mild, so it's not overpowering at all. So it is mild. I mean, I cannot stress that enough. It is mild and beautiful, but it's so cool that it's mild and it's so long lasting. That is super important in your soft florals, in your florals that are just really light, that kind of thing. Hello, you want this one, because it's going to give you that longevity that you're going to be like, oh, how can I make it last longer? Right here. And it's just clean, fresh floral. And the other part that I like, because sometimes I like this is one where you're like, I can't pick out necessarily which exact flower petal it is. I can't pick out what flower it is. It's just a blend of soft floral. And I kind of like that because that means you can take it in whatever direction by putting, I don't know, let's say neroli, and you want to go in the neroli direction, you can use this and this won't take over and pull you in a different direction. So this is a great blender and a good one to give you longevity, to make your formula last longer, where the floral lasts longer. And it's, I really like it. Again, DPEC, just type in dimethyl. Dimethyl is one word, DIMETHYL, and it will come up. DPEC. Love it. It's really good. The next one is Dimethyl, Isobutyl ester. I'll just spell naphthyl. NAPTHYL. Here's the easiest way to look this up. On creatingperfume.com, just type in I meant ether, ETHER, ETHER. Just type that one word in, and it will come up. This is like a middle to base, and it's 116 hours on the test strip. This is sweet, fruity floral. It is, you are going to be like, I don't really smell much here. It's super, I guess, the bottom line with the aroma is orange blossom, strawberry. And you're like, I know why he got it, orange blossom. You're correct, and that means you know me. So this one can crystallize. It will come, it's very difficult to work with, like on the back end, the stuff that you don't see. And that is, so at 100%, Susan doesn't even offer it at 100%. She offers it at 80%, because even at 80%, if it's cold, I'm in a basement, that's why it is crystallized. And I just heat it just a little bit, and it will go back to a full liquid form, and it's very easy to use. But this one is fruity floral. You can use this at low dose. And it's interesting that you use it at a low dose, because you're like, well, you just said you can't really smell it very well. You're correct, but it is one of those, and it's really beautiful, but you're going to be like, I don't smell that much. It's not powerful at all. Well, it's not, but it is one, when you get it out here into the real world and you put it on a test strip and it's allowed to blossom, it will blossom. It will be, here's the other way that I explain it. When you use this in a formula and then don't use it in the same formula, and you smell the two, you will smell the difference. You will be able to tell that you've used it, and you'll be able to tell that this one does, the other one does not have it in it. It's one of those. I just love it, and it's not overly strawberry, but there's this like background light sheet of strawberry in the background. And the orange blossom, which is, you think, well, orange blossom is narcotic. This is not that. It's this light veil. It's like a light veil of orange blossom and a light veil of strawberry weaved together. That's what it is. That's what it is. And you can use this at a low dose, and you will see the difference. It's amazing. It's awesome. Again, I can just go on forever and ever. Benzyl benzoate. Benzyl benzoate is this one I really like. It's a balsam and a little I want to say it, but I don't want you to think that it's totally like this. Ylang ylang. If you think of ylang ylang where it is not so upfront and so complex, but if it got tamped down and you added a little bit of sweetness to it, and think almost like dessert-like sweetness to it, and it's not overly sweet now, but if you tamped down ylang ylang and put a little bit of sweetness, dessert type sweetness in there and made it really soft and not overpowering, that's what this is. Again, it's another one you will be like, how is this going to do anything? It's not, because when you smell, it's not, when I say it's not overpowering, it's not even, it's another one that it's just not in your face at all. It's very, very light. It is very light. But to me, this is another worker. It's a base. And that's what's so crazy. 322 hours, yet where is it? Think of how Isobutyl Super could be like a worker material, and some people are like, I don't smell it, and it's really long lasting at 172 hours. Same kind of thing. This is just so interesting, and it will, when I use ylang ylang, when I use any of the white petal flowers, you better believe I use this. But you can use this in the gourmands, meaning the food type aromas. Think caramel or caramel, however you say it, and chocolate, vanilla, blah, 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 those types of things. You can use this in it. To me, it's I guess to me, all of these are a must-have. Like, if you're doing this stuff and you're watching this, I'm gonna say you need these. To me, they're pretty crucial. The next one is Hexanol Salicylate Extra. So if the easy way to find this on her website on creatingperfume.com is just type in extra, the word extra, and all the extras will come up and you will see it. It is 216 hours. It's a middle note. Let me go back and spell the first word. Hexenyl, and then the salicylate. You can also type in salicylate, but it's just easier if you type in the word extra. Just type in the word extra and that's it. And all the extras will come up. And there's not a lot, if I remember correctly. There's not a whole bunch. There are different extras, but this is one of them. This one is one of the molecules that is in carnation, if I am correct. But this is a building block. This is a brick. Or actually, this is kind of like the bricks in making your house. I don't even see it as I'm horrible analogy because I don't know all the words, but the mortar that goes in between all of it, I don't quite see it as that. I guess and some people might see it that way. I just see it as the bricks of making a house, and you have other stuff, and there's the design, there's the mortar, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. For me, this is the bricks. That's my analogy. There you go. So it is floral. It is a salicylate, meaning it has a almost an herb type there's floral in here as well, and it is sweet. It's tiny bit of leather in here. This one's really complex. This one is just really, really complex to me. Because it's balsamic. There's a little bit of herb. This is going to go, there's a tiny bit of wood. You can go in that direction with this, but this is just one of those you're going to need, and you can almost put this in any formula you want. However, I will say, if you're doing a soft floral, this is going to come through. That the salicylate, the typical salicylate aroma will shine through. And to me, that's a little warming. So if you're in the cooling direction, or if you're wanting to be the super clean, this is not dirty, but it will remove that super cleanness if you're going for that. But in all the other things, this is a building block, and you can add it to a lot of you can add it to a lot of stuff for sure. Let me see if I have any other stuff I want to. Yeah, that's about it on that. I really like it a lot, and I use it a lot. So, of course, I have an extra. Benzyl salicylate. Wait, let me back up really quick. On this one, no. On the benzyl benzoate, that one is restricted to 26.7%, so you can still use a lot of it. The benzyl salicylate, my extra, is restricted to 8%. It is a middle note. It's 384 hours. Whoa. This one is a building block as well. It just is. These are brothers to me, or sisters to me, however you want to look at it. But they're, this one to me gives more volume and more structure. I kind of want to say this is the mortar. I think that it gives volume and structure to your formula. It's fresh, sweet, clean. It is less salicylate-y. People are laughing at me now. It's all good. I don't care. It's fine. It's my personality. Than this one. This one is far more, I'm right here, here we go, and can take you in a certain direction. Just like I said, can move you off of the super clean structure and move you in a different direction. This one, however, is way more clean, and using in any direction. That is why, to me, this is more of, you have certain types of bricks, kinda, where this one is the mortar, and you use the mortar in all your formulas. That's what, to me, it's kind of like the building blocks, the mortar to hold and give structure to your formula. This one is a crazy must-have. Like, if I only had to pick one of these, like if you were just like, I can only get one of these, you need to get this one for sure. Like, it is an absolute must-have. You need this, because this one is a fixative as well, but it will give body. This is a workhorse. This one's, because of all of that, I hope you can tell that this is just super important. Even in your wood, in your citrus, in your floral, in your whatever it is, this one is going to give you longevity. It's going to give you a fixative. To me, it's another one, and I say this analogy all the time, but it's a blender, and it brings cohesiveness to your formula. And that's kind of my quote. That's kind of the thing that I say all the time, but it really gives cohesiveness. It's going to give body, it's going to give structure, it's going to get all of that kind of stuff to your formula, and not take over and pull your formula in a different direction with your aroma. And so, must have. I thank you guys so much for being here, and I will do more top fives. 6 really. And I appreciate all of your support and your love, and continue with your formulating and your learning. It is so much fun. It is so awesome. And I love how, for me and for all of you, it gives us a way to put our creativity out there, but not only put our creativity out there, it uses that side of the brain that's the creative part, and that is an outlet that is really, really therapeutic. And I know for a lot of us, that is why we do this. It's just a therapeutic and outlet for us to use our creativity, because research is every single one of us, I don't care who you are, we are all creative. Everyone is a creative. Everyone has creativity in them, and it's a matter of, do you use it or not? And there are a lot of people who do not use that side. And if you are watching this, you are one that is using this, and that is really awesome, because I won't even go into it, but what it does for us, and I do this sign a lot, because I mean in the brain and for your mind, and what it does for your heart, and then you put those two together, it's amazing. It's very healing. It is. You can not think of it that way, but the reality of it is that this is healing. And this is Zen. This can be Zen for a huge number of us. And I'm going to get all emotional. I love you guys. I thank you so much for being here and allowing me into your life. And thank you. Thank you so much for being here, and just for your love and support. I appreciate it. I will see you on the next Mountain Aromatics. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Again, I'll see you on the next Mountain Aromatics.